Uncover the startling truths about why Donald Trump may be unfit to run for office again, from legal battles to ethical breaches and beyond. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mystery Media Moguls, where we dive deep into the most pressing political issues of our time. Today, we're tackling a controversial and important topic: why Donald Trump is unfit to run for office again. Let's explore the legal, ethical, and practical reasons behind this assertion. First, let's examine the legal issues surrounding Trump. Trump's business practices have been under intense scrutiny for years. Investigations by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office and the New York Attorney General have revealed serious allegations. For example, Trump allegedly manipulated the value of his assets to secure favorable loans and tax benefits. This included inflating the value of properties to obtain loans, while undervaluing the same properties for tax purposes. The New York Attorney General's civil investigation into the Trump Organization's financial practices aims to uncover potential fraud and misconduct. In 2020, the New York Times published a detailed report on Trump's tax returns, revealing that he paid only $750 in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017. The report also showed that he paid no federal income taxes in 10 of the previous 15 years. Trump's tax avoidance strategies involved significant deductions for personal expenses and questionable write-offs. These revelations raise serious ethical and legal questions about his financial conduct. Trump's attempts to influence the outcome of the 2020 election have also been subject to legal scrutiny. One of the most notable instances was a recorded phone call with Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, during which Trump pressured him to find enough votes to overturn Joe Biden's victory in Georgia. This call is part of a broader investigation by the Fulton County District Attorney into Trump's efforts to subvert the democratic process. Lastly, Trump's role in the January 6th insurrection cannot be overlooked. His incendiary rhetoric led to a violent mob storming the Capitol, resulting in deaths, injuries, and significant property damage. During his speech at a rally in Washington, D.C., Trump urged his supporters to march to the Capitol and fight like hell. The House of Representatives impeached Trump for incitement of insurrection, making him the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice. Next, let's delve into the ethical concerns surrounding Trump. Trump was impeached twice, setting a historical precedent. The first impeachment in December 2019 was for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress related to his dealings with Ukraine. Trump allegedly withheld military aid to pressure Ukraine into investigating Joe Biden and his son Hunter. This was seen as an abuse of presidential power for personal political gain. Additionally, Trump obstructed Congress by refusing to cooperate with the investigation, instructing officials not to comply with subpoenas. The second impeachment in January 2021 was for incitement of insurrection. This impeachment emphasized the severity of Trump's actions leading up to and during the Capitol riot. The articles of impeachment stated that Trump's behavior endangered the security of the United States and its institutions of government. Trump's persistent spread of misinformation poses a significant ethical concern. He repeatedly claimed, without evidence, that the 2020 election was stolen, eroding public trust in the electoral process. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Trump downplayed the severity of the virus and promoted unproven treatments like hydroxychloroquine, often contradicting public health experts. His inconsistent messaging likely contributed to public confusion and hindered effective pandemic response efforts. Trump's behavior and leadership style are highly polarizing. His divisive rhetoric often alienated significant portions of the population. For instance, Trump frequently used inflammatory language. His comments about shithole countries and his handling of the Charlottesville rally, where he claimed there were very fine people on both sides, were widely condemned as racially insensitive. Such remarks deepened societal divisions and sparked widespread outrage. Trump's administration experienced unprecedented turnover, with numerous high-profile resignations and dismissals. Key positions, including chiefs of staff, national security advisors, and secretaries of defense, saw frequent changes, leading to instability. The high turnover rate indicated a chaotic administration and inconsistent policy implementation, undermining effective governance. Trump's preference for personal loyalty over competence led to the appointment of officials who were sometimes ill-equipped for their roles. For example, his appointment of political allies like Jeff Sessions as Attorney General and Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education raised concerns about their expertise and suitability for these positions. This focus on loyalty often came at the expense of effective leadership and sound decision-making. Public trust and image are crucial for any leader. Throughout his presidency, Trump's approval ratings were among the lowest of any modern president. According to Gallup, Trump's average approval rating was 41%, the lowest since Gallup began tracking presidential approval. These ratings reflected widespread discontent with his leadership style and policies, indicating that a significant portion of the electorate did not support his approach. On the global stage, Trump's foreign policy often alienated traditional allies and emboldened adversaries. His public criticisms of NATO and the European Union strained relationships with key partners, while his friendly overtures to authoritarian leaders like Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un were seen as undermining democratic values and global stability. Many global leaders expressed concerns about Trump's approach to diplomacy, which often appeared impulsive and erratic. Trump's decisions to withdraw from international agreements such as the Paris Climate Agreement and the Iran nuclear deal were controversial and viewed as undermining international cooperation. These actions damaged the United States' reputation on the global stage and strained relationships with long-standing allies. Finally, let's discuss Trump's impact on democracy. Trump's frequent attacks on the media and other democratic institutions undermined their roles. He often labeled the press as fake news and enemies of the people, damaging public trust in these vital institutions. A free and independent press is crucial for holding government accountable, and Trump's rhetoric contributed to an increasingly hostile environment for journalists. Trump's criticisms of judicial decisions and law enforcement agencies such as the FBI when they ruled against him or investigated his actions undermined public confidence in these institutions. His attacks on the integrity of judges and the justice system pose significant threats to the rule of law and the independence of the judiciary. Trump's persistent claims of widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election, despite a lack of evidence, damaged public confidence in the electoral process. Efforts to challenge election results and discredit mail-in voting could lead to increased voter suppression. These actions disproportionately affect marginalized communities and undermine democratic participation, posing a serious threat to the integrity of future elections. In conclusion, while Trump's supporters highlight his policy achievements, the legal issues, ethical concerns, divisive behavior, low public trust, and negative impact on democracy illustrate why many consider him unfit to run for office again. The stability and integrity of our democratic institutions depend on leadership that respects the rule of law, ethical standards, and the trust of the public. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to Mystery Media Moguls for more in-depth analysis on important political topics. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.